before colonization, we were living our normal life. Everything was going on, normal. We didn't have any problem with LGBT issues because it's part of our tradition, our rights, and everything. Because even for a person to become a chief priest, the person has to go through a 3 years under training. So during the training, the chief priests were taught how to meet or coexist with LGBT people, because the person might be a man, but the spirit on him is a woman. So you go through all those training. So the fetish priests, the queen mothers, we have a queen mother, a woman who is sitting on a man's stool. We have a man sitting on a woman's stool. So it's part of us. Before this colonization, then things started, changing when they started imposing their religion and other stuff on us. For example, Yaa Asantewaa, she was a woman. So during olden days, there was a war between the colonial masters, that's the British, and the Ashantis. You see, so the men was afraid. They don't want to, because the Europeans were having guns, but we were having only machete and bow and arrow. So the question is, how can an arrow have an equal, fight with guns? So this woman stood up. He said, whether guns or no guns, we are going to fight. Because if nobody stand up for my people are going to perish. So if you men are not going, I, Oba Yaa Asantewaa, I will lead my people, we'll go to war. First, she organized women, because she had a women council. Then, joined by other men, she led the war. And in her life too, personal life too, she was LGBT. She was having a partner, because although she was a woman, but she sees herself as a man, having the strong will, desire, spirit of a man in her. I also took inspiration from her that somebody has to stand up, one tradition has to stand up for the community and organize, just like the Oba Yaa Asantewaa did for the LGBT or for the queer people. That's what my organization is here for. The name of the organization is Royal Alliance for African Spirituality, RAFAS, Ghana for short. We don't have any faith organization to work on the faith issues of the community member, that's the LGBT plus people. So I got that inspiration, and I have to stand up, because at times a lot of issues when it comes to the media or the public, we don't have any traditional leader. I'm a traditionalist, so we don't have any traditional or a traditional person coming out, to stand up for the community. So that's why I formed this organization, to stand up for the community. The traditionals are not talking about it, because in the olden days it was like that. We don't talk about it. It's like a secret part of the tradition. We don't talk about it, you see. So if now we want to talk about it, it's due to one of reason why people are abusing the rights of the LGBT, the traditional LGBTs. That's why now there is a need for the traditionals to voice out, to stand up and talk. But naturally, we don't talk about it. But it's been there in the olden days. It was like that up to now. So it's now that we are having all this problem that we are talking about it. Our plan now is to have a voice, a public voice, to counter all those issues coming up. Some of the members of our organization are trained to be a good speaker. We have members who are willing to, let's say, foot on foot when we want to stand on our toes to talk. Now we are spreading, so we want to spread the message across to all members and the community, so that we have one voice to counter all those issues that is coming up. I will tell religious conservatives that your religion came to meet our religion. We were living our own life, our own traditions and norms. We were having our do's and don'ts before you people came here. So before you judge or you criticize, or before you start to say any negative thing about anything, you need to have a seat. We educate you, then you learn our ways, how we were doing our things before you people came. Then you know how our religion was. Secondly, since what I'm doing doesn't, infringe on your religion, you don't have to also cross the boundary to talk about us. Because you are a imam, you are a pastor preaching your gospel, you are a man reading your Quran. I, being a traditional leader or a traditionalist, hasn't taken any drink to your mosque to pour libation over there. So how can you stand on your radio, talk negatively about us or about what's secret about our religion? What I want to achieve, or the organization want to achieve, one is a peaceful coexistence among all the faiths. Two, to have inclusive among the LGBTs and the heterosexuals and other sexualities, and also to create diversities and equality for all people. That's what I want to achieve. To bring peace,